Hi Leo, welcome back to Higher Source Tarot. Any sun, moon, rising, or Venus in Leo, you are in the right place. Thank you to everyone who's subscribed so far. I really appreciate that, and it's fun to see new subscribers appear. So if you haven't yet and you wouldn't mind subscribing, I'd really appreciate that. So, my God, I can't control the cards. It's like all negative cards that keep flying out. Maybe we don't need those. So I hope everyone who celebrates Thanksgiving had a great Thanksgiving. And if you are somebody who dreads the holidays, just try to let go of the past. Because typically when we're dreading it, it's because we're living in something that happened previously that wasn't a lot of fun. You have a part of your brain called the amygdala, and that's the center that hosts all of your emotions. And so it is an area of the brain that if you're triggered by something that seems familiar and it was certainly a negative thing, that amygdala will send you right into fight or flight. And I used to have that happen quite frequently around the holidays due to something really sad that happened to me a number of years ago. And I learned to call it an amygdala hijacking. So if that was starting to happen, I'd say, hold on a second, everybody, I'm starting to be hijacked. And now I don't have it, because I took control of my own reality. I realized I'm creating this. So even when things happen, it's like, oh, I did that. Oh, I did that too. So try to get yourself into the place of feeling abundant, feeling relaxed, feeling happy. And those things will be attracted to you. Those situations that bring you happiness and freedom and abundance. They'll come right into your awareness, whether you are necessarily architecting it or not. Just feeling that way will create the situation. So anyway, go to a movie, go hang out with your friends, whatever makes you happy, and good things will come to pass for Leo here. All right, the Empress and the Ace of Swords. Page of Swords. Ooh, could be an air sign you were dealing with or cutting something out. Hanged Man. All right, interesting. All right. Well, for whoever this is for, it certainly could be something to do more like with family than with love. Could definitely be an air sign that you're dealing with. Let me just slide these just a touch. There we go. Could be an air sign. There's water here too, and just a touch of fire. I think it's probably, if it is an air sign, then it's probably for you. The bottom of the deck too, you've got the Queen of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, and the Magician. We'll get into these in just a minute. I'll put those over there. So you cut something out, or you were cut away from something. And the universe, again, I mentioned this earlier, but really nothing happens to you, it happens for you. So whatever was cut away from you was for your higher good, whether it felt like it or not. And the Empress is always about new growth. It's about, it's ruled by Earth. So, again, it could be an Earth sign that you're dealing with. It really has to do with how you or someone else perceived something. So it could be that there was a misunderstanding here, but there was clarity that was brought through. Understanding the truth, somebody that communicated something very clearly, whether good or bad. Your hopes and your fears on this, well, actually your hopes on this, with this Page of Swords, is like, I think it was more about you're hoping it was a misunderstanding and not really how the person felt. That maybe they had a quicker than God moment where they said something they should not have said, but they didn't really mean it. But in any event, I think he walked away from it because it just got to be way too much. It was too much to deal with, and the negative comments, and it might have even been somewhat of an abusive relationship. I might have mentioned I saw A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood yesterday, and the whole movie was kind of surrounded about this relationship, this really negative relationship, and it was really surprising. I had no idea what the movie was about, and I learned a lot from it, and then I went home and studied Fred Rogers just a little bit more because I liked it so much. But I think what happened with you is you had to take a break from somebody, and you you went within and you just gave yourself time and space, and that's the best thing you can do when you're really either getting obsessive about something or really wounded by something. Just give a break, take time, take space between you and it. I think though, whoever it is knew they messed up, and there with this 5, there's going to be change. I think you're going to get an apology from somebody, but I think that you are going to kind of stand your ground. You're the Queen of Swords here in this particular reading, so you're not somebody that's going to mess around with some little, halfway kind of apologizing stuff. Very intuitive time for you where you think a lot and you're able to kind of sense or know what's going to be coming towards you. Not necessarily the most empathic kind of energy in the world, but I do see it as being a time where you're going to be able to rely on your intuition. Whoever this is or the surrounding energy, might not be specifically the person you're dealing with, but people are going to be very supportive of you. Be careful not to form an indivisible army. We don't want to do that. But, know that there's going to be encouragement, inspiration, people that are really going to encourage your ideas. You have a little bit of a concern that whatever has been cut off here is going to be a permanent situation, that it's not going to be able to be recovered. But I don't think that's the truth. I think it's just more of a human fear. And so ultimately you have the High Priestess here. This is a 2. Could be about union. Again, with the intuition, I think you have it, bookending this, the beginning and the end here. And then what you come into as just some clarifying cards that I pulled. With the Queen of Pentacles, it's a very stable, nurturing energy. And then the 3 of Cups tends to be more about, going out, having fun, relaxing. I think if this gets to be too much for you, you're going to have avenues where you can go out and just have a good time and not be worried about it. And that would be the best medicine for you, not focusing on whatever this is. And with the Magician, this is standing in your own power. You will know that you are on the right path, whatever that may be. I think if you do decide to walk away from something entirely, you will not look back. You will not regret the past. You will not have to totally shut the door on it, but you will have so much better boundaries around this. If it's a person like a dating situation, I don't see a lot of heartache for you. In fact, I even feel like for some of you, you could end up manifesting a new person once you kind of clear this out, or, I hate to use the word compartmentalize. I don't particularly like that. But once you can kind of put this where it belongs, somebody new will come in and it will be 10 times better than whatever this was that we were kind of messing around with. So new love could be coming in for Leo. Here's our wild offering, striving. Eventually, the individual ego's drive to make things happen falls away, replaced with a relaxed, trusting openness to answers as they arise. Thank you, Divine, for letting me move with the flow. So Temperance did not appear in this reading. However, that's kind of what it reminds me of in the tarot. So I'll be back next week for a weekly reading for you, and I hope you enjoyed this, and I love you, and thank you for tuning in, and I'll be back.